All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about an aircraft that basically lives in the shadows, a machine that's so advanced it feels like it flew right out of a science fiction movie and into military reality. This is the story of the SR-72 Darkstar, the son of Blackbird. But before we can talk about the future, you have to understand its legendary past, the SR-71 Blackbird. And this quote, it tells you everything you need to know about its philosophy. Imagine this. A surface-to-air missile is screaming toward you, and your only defensive maneuver is to just hit the gas and outrun it. And it could actually do that because of this number, Mach 3.2. Let that sink in. That's more than 3 times the speed of sound. And get this wasn't some quick burst of speed. This was its normal cruising speed. It's a record for a manned, air-breathing aircraft that, believe it or not, still stands today. And it wasn't just fast, it was high. Like really, really high. We're talking 26 kilometers, over 85,000 feet. The pilots were flying so high, they were literally on the edge of space, able to see the gentle curve of the Earth against the blackness above. But out of all the incredible numbers, this one is the most important. 0. Across hundreds of missions over places like Vietnam and North Korea, that's how many Blackbirds were ever lost to enemy fire. None. For all intents and purposes, it was absolutely untouchable. So you might be thinking, if the Blackbird was so unbeatable, why on earth did they retire it in 1998? I mean, what could possibly replace a legend like that? Well, the simple answer is that the world caught up. The battlefield changed. Air defense systems got smarter. Radar got better. And tracking technology became way more sophisticated. Suddenly, just being incredibly fast wasn't the guarantee of survival it used to be. The US needed to take another giant leap forward. And that leap has a name, Hypersonic. This is the new frontier. We're talking speeds above Mach 5. That's 5 times the speed of sound. And this isn't just theory. Global adversaries like Russia and China are already deep in the game, developing hypersonic weapons. The race was officially on. And this is America's answer. It was dreamed up by the legendary minds at Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works division. Yep, the same people who built the original Blackbird. This is the SR-72, but you probably know it by its unofficial nickname, the son of Blackbird, or even better, Darkstar. And the goals for this new aircraft are just terrifyingly ambitious. We're talking about hitting speeds of Mach 6. That's twice as fast as its unbeatable predecessor. It also has to be stealthy, completely hidden from radar. And here's the real game changer. It's not just a spy plane. It's being built as a potential strike platform, which means it could deliver weapons anywhere on Earth in under an hour. But how is that even possible? I mean, really, how do you engineer an aircraft to fly twice as fast as the fastest plane ever built? The challenges are almost beyond comprehension. Well, it all starts with the engine. The SR-71 used this brilliant hybrid system that was part turbojet, part ramjet. The SR-72 takes that concept and cranks it up to 11 with something called a turbine-based combined cycle engine. Now, the key difference, the magic ingredient, is that last word, scramjet. The easiest way to picture this is like a relay race for an engine. First, a conventional jet engine gets the plane off the ground and accelerates it to about Mach 2.5. Then, a bunch of complex doors inside the engine switch the airflow, shutting down the turbine and feeding that super-fast air into the scramjet. The turbine hands off the baton to the scramjet, which then makes the final push all the way to Mach 6. But when you move that fast, you run into another huge problem, heat. The friction from the air is just incredible. The SR-71's skin would hit over 500 degrees Celsius. At Mach 6, the SR-72 was going to be way, way hotter. Without the right protection, the plane would literally just melt in midair. So how do you solve a problem like that? You have to look to space for the answer. The engineers are using these exotic, next-gen materials, composites, and ceramic titanium alloys. It's the same kind of stuff that was developed to protect the space shuttle from burning up as it re-entered Earth's atmosphere at over Mach 20. Okay, so we've got scramjets, space-age materials, Mach 6 speed. All of this technology sounds like it was ripped straight from a Hollywood movie. And as it turns out, its most famous appearance to date was exactly that. You see, the Darkstar aircraft you saw in the movie Top Gun: Maverick, it was actually developed in partnership with the real Skunk Works team. It was so realistic that, according to reports, Chinese intelligence repositioned one of their spy satellites to get a better look, because they thought they were witnessing a real test of a top-secret American prototype. Now, the official history of this program is, well, murky to say the least. It's been this on-again, off-again story.
Funding gets cut. Then NASA quietly steps in with research contracts. Development has been happening almost entirely in the dark, in what they call the black budget, with projected dates that just keep shifting. The secrecy is absolute.
And that secrecy extends to its most basic function. Is it a piloted aircraft or is it an autonomous drone? Well, the official answer is both. The project leader himself said it has the capability of doing both based on mission requirements. It's being designed to be either, depending on what the mission calls for. And that really leads to the ultimate takeaway here. The SR-72 might be flying in secret right now, or it could still be a decade away from being ready. But its true power might not even be its speed. It's the secrecy itself. The very possibility that it could exist is its own kind of weapon. It leaves adversaries constantly wondering, constantly looking over their shoulder for a ghost they can't see, can't hear, and definitely can't catch. And that leaves us with one final thought. How do you even begin to defend against that?